So you just completed 6 months in my program anchored overcoming codependency. And I'd like to ask you, how would you describe your life when you came into your first coaching call?
Yeah. So entering my first coaching call, I was pretty much at my rock bottom. I just got out of another abusive relation. And I was just feeling like, that I have to make a change in my life. Otherwise, this is like, not to be dramatic, but this is gonna kill me somehow or the other. So I just came in with an open heart and an open mind. And I mean, I was really, really down at my lowest point. But someone had said some stuff, I think, from your Instagram, and then I started listening to the podcast, and I said, you know what, let me reach out.
Yeah. And how were codependency, perfectionism, and people pleasing showing up for you then before the program that led you to say, I'm going to take this big, deep dive?
Yeah, so it was showing up mostly in romantic relationships, but through the program, I realized how it was everywhere in friendships, at work, um, but mainly the romantic relationships. I think was the main thing. But I realized it bled into many different areas of my life. I was just putting everybody before me, worrying about my own needs. And I thought that that was what a good person does.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, how are you living differently now? What has changed? What has helped?
Yeah. So now I never loved myself. I realized that throughout my life, I was seeking love that I needed from others, which they could never give me that. So now I'm just loving on myself and being a lot more gentle and kind to myself. I'm really just slowing down and trying to take the time to think, why do I think this or feel this way? Um, and search for that answer within. I find myself reacting less to people. I mean, I'm human, so sometimes I have my moments, but those are like a lot few and far between. So I'm just able to like sit in that moment when something happens and just try to like really think about how I want to deal with it instead of just having a reaction and then later like regretting it and feeling guilt, shame, whatever. So now I'm just being a little more mindful. And even if I do react in a way I didn't love, I can apologize or I can work it out within myself. So I just have let go of a lot of the things I was holding on to in terms of controlling others and all this stuff that really I realized was so futile and was really detrimental to my own mental and physical health. So now I'm putting myself first, like in a loving way, and I'm realizing that loving myself doesn't have to be like a conceited arrogance thing. I always thought it's like you hate yourself or you're conceited, but there's a beautiful middle ground, which I found where I'm able to love myself. I'm not obsessed with myself, but I love myself. Like I'm my own best friend. I depend on me.